Welcome, fellow Zoidlings. You know who I'm talking about, for those of you who are linked here. This is going to be a Let's Play that I'm going to link to a board I go to. Where is it? Hell if I'm telling you. Now, we are going to pick a new hero. And we're going to be, Zednark. How about? Sounds like a plan. You see, Avatar is a series I'm quite fond of, and I have actually never played this port to the SNES of Ultima 6. So I was like, yeah, what the hell. I heard it was good, a lot better than the Ultima 7 port that was absolutely awful. And I mean awful. They completely ruined the game. But this version, according to the reviews, was decent. I'll go for 5, I guess. 5 is a good number. Several seasons have passed. Upon your world, several seasons have passed since your triumphant departure from Britannia. No dark presence, no wars. Life in the world is peaceful and quiet. Like in Ultima 4. I haven't actually played 6 either. Just 4 and 7. This tranquility is something which should content you, but has never given you true comfort. Your longing to return to Britannia is so strong that it has led you to move to this house which stands so near the circle of stones that you can see the circle from your window. Here you wait for the way to Britannia to open. But the gate has not reappeared. One day dark clouds cover the sky, and cold winds begin to blow. Feeling that perhaps this is a sign, you decide to visit the circle of stones. Streaks of lightning tear the veil of darkness from the sky, causing your shadow to flicker upon the ground. Startled, you look up as a huge bolt of lightning rushes toward the very place you are standing. Its target is the circle of stones, and the column of air strikes its mark. It sears through the air and scorches the surrounding grass brown. Before you realize what is happening, the thunderbolt disappears. Looking down, you see a strange stone. Curious, you pick it up. Suddenly, a red moon gate rose before you. Yes, this is a sign from Britannia, you say. Your heart begins to pound, but wait. Your joy gives way to apprehension. The gate to Britannia has always been blue, hasn't it? Your mind begins to ponder the possibilities. Suddenly, the moon gate starts to sink back into the earth. Your choices become obvious. You must step into the gate. A twisting feeling overcomes you, and you faint. You hear a noise like a beast screaming in the distance. Opening your eyes, you see a creature like you've never seen before. Okay, if you haven't seen something like that before, you obviously do not play many video games. But anyway, you try to escape, but you are tied to an icy cold slab of stone. Gradually you notice that you are surrounded by several of these odd creatures. One of the creatures begins to chant in a stilted tongue. The chants turn into shouts when the screams of the feverish crowd resonate with the leader's chant. He lifts up a malevolent-looking dagger. Well, old daggers look kind of malevolent, given they kind of stab people, but his eyes are... Oh, that does look malevolent, now doesn't it? His eyes are filled with burning hatred. There is no way out. You close your eyes, fearing the worst. And, surprised you find that you are still alive. Opening your eyes, you behold a wondrous sight. Conveniently, YOLO, Shamino, and, what's-his-face arrive. Oh yeah, Dupree. Oh, I forgot to read that bit. Your dear old comrades, with whom you have shared many adventures, have come to your rescue. Let's go, Zednark. Run to the gate, quickly. Shamino swiftly draws his sword and cuts the ropes that bind you. Iolo snatches an old book from the ground near the stone slab and jumps through the moon gate. You scramble to your feet and jump into the moon gate after your old friend Iolo. I think he's Iolo. Oh, forgot to read that too. Unnoticed, some gargoyles manage to follow you through the gate, and then the fight begins. Iolo attacks with crossbow. Gargfolk. Okay, that sounds weird, but... Okay. Oh, it's the same way it works in Ultima 4 for the NES. Awesome. Move. Yay. better graphics. And like Lord British is just standing there like, "Hey, I'm Lord British!" Attack. Ooh, I can attack diagonally, that's cool. Guardfolk is defeated. Huzzah! YOLO gets 19 points of experience. Hey, isn't the Avatar supposed to be blonde? That makes no sense. YOLO looks like the Avatar. Bloody hell. You see, Ultima is a fun game. Sure, it may look pixelated to you young peoples. Well, I'm kind of young peoples too, but it's a wonderful game series, and all of you should get a copy of an Ultima game as soon as possible. GOG has Ultima 4 for free, by the way, so if you get a GOG account, you can just go to GOG and get it for free, which is pretty bloody awesome. It's a bit confusing though, that's why I recommend 7 instead. This battle's taking a while. YOLO, there you are. There you are, YOLO. What's up, Lord British? "'Tis good to see thee again. Much hath happened since that thou last departed from our realm. Here's the key to my castle." Actually, I think I'll have him talk like a pirate. Use the key to leave the castle. No. Okay, that just sounds stupid. Well, now let me tell thee what hath transpired since thy last visit. I came back to this castle thanks to your rescue. There was a big earthquake and the underworld collapsed. All was quiet for a time, but I fear we can no longer live in peace. Britannia is under attack by gargoyles such as those you just fought. They are clever creatures with a fierce appearance. A fierce appearance? No shit. They have been coming up through the dungeons. Thus far, they have committed most of their attacks on the shrines of the 8 virtues. When the shrine of compassion did its fall, Sir I always want to say Geoffrey, but it's Jeffrey, sent a party to free it. Dost thou ask him of this mission? We must recover the shrines using the 8 runes. Thus far, fighting against the gargoyles has proven fruitless. I hope that he can save us once more. Whilst thou art here, I have a room in the castle set aside for thy personal use. This is in the west wing of the castle, just south of mine own chambers. There is some equipment in case you should have need of it. Of course, thou mayest feel free to borrow anything in my castle, if thou shouldst be in need. Honestly, anytime thou dost need healing, or to repeat all this later, thou but need ask me. Let's see... Onwards on our great adventure of adventureness! Of opening doors! What could beat the joy of opening doors? Nothing. Nothing beats opening doors. Well, like, as graphics go, this is pretty good for an Ultima game. Considering, have you ever, like, you might have played 4 for the NES and had pretty good graphics, but 4 for the PC, oh gosh. Okay. Yes, I got a scroll. Yes. Yes. Also in Ultima, I think it was in 4, not sure if it's in this one. There's the virtue thing. Yeah, I also think it was in 7. Yeah, it was in 7, but in a different form. Stealing stuff is counterproductive. I'm only taking stuff here is because Lord British said I could. So if you think, hey, stuff, I want stuff, you can't just say that. It's bad idea. Also, all this stuff is spell ingredients. You need ingredients to cast a spell. It's like an alchemy, only with spells. Overall, Ultima is fun. It's a good game. People are walking around. How horrifying. Well, I'm the Avatar. I'm Ponage incarnate. Yeah, let's see. Nothing pones the Avatar, because the Avatar has made it through all sorts of cool adventures, most of which are kind of generic, particularly the early ones. Well, I'm gonna say that's it for this video. Like, my idea was to have most of this Let's Play be in one video that I upload at one time, and it would be crazy huge. You know, like those 5-hour Neon Cat video type things. But for now, I don't especially feel like doing all of that just to find out I have the sound wrong or something. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. This is Ultima. Oh, that reminds me. This is Ultima or Britannia! There we go.